the Quest for Connery review number 49, and it is Thunderball.
1965.
Weird picture of Connery sort of doing a wink thing like this.
Squinting. Trying to concentrate at that.
A little like
sharp,
Popeye.
sharp harpoon.
Yes, I think he sees the point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Thunderball, 1965.
Mm-hmm.
And we gave it 8 out of 10. 1 up from Goldfinger,
Goldfinger.
1 down from Russia with Love. And again, we actually watched this last night.
Yeah,
Again, obviously
again.
we watched it loads of times
Watched
before.
too many times.
Not too many. There's never too many times.
That's true.
And yep, it still stands up. It's
Yeah.
still awesome. Really, really good film. But actually, most highest grossing Bond film if you adjust for inflation.
And that's only because Goldfinger was so popular.
Yeah, set it up for this one. But yeah, I don't know, to start with this film, start with plot,
Yeah. Well, Terence Young is directing it again.
which shows,
Yeah.
definitely,
Because Bond all of a sudden goes back into his
detective mode,
detective investigatory
working
mode.
things out, yeah.
And I like that. I think that's better.
Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
we've agreed that, haven't we, already?
Yeah.
We said that about Dr. No from Rush with Love. Anyway, Bond gets sent to a health clinic because he's been attacked by a man in drag.
Yeah, well,
Which is
widow
quite funny.
with a poker.
Yeah.
Good opening sequence.
Yeah, and something fishy is happening at the clinic.
It's fishy.
He sees a guy with a spectre tattoo.
Yep.
Does he know
it's-
it's a spectre tattoo?
It's not. It's like a red tongue tattoo. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then of course Bond
Which is
gets,
Count Lippy.
Yeah, Bond has some sex in a hot steam bath, which is
As you do.
exciting. Well, his back hurt, so he was,
Yeah, he had to.
had to do it. But I think what we noticed that Connery really is completely at home in the role now. He's throwing some, which look like little ad libs. Actually, some of the one-liners, don't
Yeah.
they? Like when he
See you later.
irrigator, that line when he walks out the irrigation room, he says "See you later, irrigator," which shouldn't really work, but it's quite funny. And
Could it be the front doorbell?
yeah, all that stuff. But yeah, and what I like about this film is that you've got Spectre, you sort of see them working as an organisation,
Yeah.
you get to see a bit more about what's going on with the baddies and that sort of thing, and how they do their plans, which is always interesting.
That's well good. Blofeld.
Yeah, that scene.
Badass belt.
Largo as a villain is excellent.
Yeah.
Adolfo Celli, I
Yeah.
think his name is. So that's
Eye patch.
excellent villain. And again, once more, you've got some really good dialogue between Bond and the villain.
Yeah.
Rather than the villain being this ridiculous character, he's sort of a bit more. He's a bit more he's not sensible. More down to earth, more realistic than Goldfinger is. He's doing it for money. He's got a really good plan. He likes women
And he's bringing the Spectre thing back, which is
Yeah.
more interesting.
than just Goldfinger trying to make his gold
Being a
more,
douche.
more worth more money. Domino,
Domino, hot.
Claudine Auger,
Mm. And Fiona, whatever.
Volpe. So two really good villains.
First time a woman's been a Bond villain, really.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, definitely. Well, Pussy doesn't count.
And
But
Miss Tarot.
Actually, no, they make a really good point. Actually, because obviously, if you watched our last review, which was Goldfinger, actually pause this right now and go back and watch
Yeah.
that. Then come back. Okay. And they're playing again now. There's one bit when Bond has sex with Fiona Volpe, and you think, oh, you know, he's managed to like manipulate her or whatever, and then she actually ends up putting it on him, and he gets taken advantage of.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, you thought you could have sex with me, and then I'll turn to the good side. That's not going to happen. Not me.
Yeah.
She has to kill her.
Yeah, he does.
So jokes on her. But it's a really good point. Is that she is a
It's
bad
good, and that's how it should be.
Yeah, who won't be compromised.
Yeah.
By Bond.
By Bond. But at least they had sex, and Pussy Galore was just a kiss, and she turned.
Yeah, exactly. from out lesbian to to straight helper of good. And also, it's a bit back to Goldfinger, but saying that she's a lesbian must be bad.
Yeah.
Being straight goes along with being on the good side.
Apparently.
That's 60s morals.
But anyway, go back to Thunderball.
Thunderball. So that's good.
Why do we give it 8 then?
I think we knocked off a couple of points because there's a bit where the underwater bits are a bit like at points where they're like
slow.
putting all the plane they hijack under the thing and that sort of thing, and it does feel at points that
It's a bit long. It
could be trimmed.
It's one of the longer Bond films, like 2 hours 5 minutes.
Yeah, which doesn't sound like much, but it does sort of push it over a little bit, considering that Doctor No is 1 hour 45, which is very, very, very tight. But like, there's the bit of the carnival just feel a bit drawn out at points, and it could be trimmed. The underwater scenes do slow down a bit. It's not 8 out of 10. It's not a really good score.
And the thing is, it's not until like half an hour into the film when the actual main plot of the film begins with the
Takes a
stealing,
while to get going.
Stealing of the bombs.
Which isn't like necessarily an awful thing because obviously this bit struggling's quite good, but it does
It
feel
builds up to it.
Yeah, it does take a while to build up, and Q turns up. You can see the formula being set in. It's still reasonably fresh, but like Q comes to equip him out there and like a load of jokes about the gadgets which become obviously.
But at least they're good gadgets.
Yeah, like he's got the underwater breather, which makes sense. He's got a watch which measures the Geiger counter.
Yeah, camera
which is underwater breather, which again,
and he swallows the pill.
It's all sensible stuff. Yeah. Rick Van Nutter playing Light is not particularly great. He's a bit of a needless character. I think they put things they were like, let's get continuity from the other Bonds. Let's have Felix Leiter back. He's Bond's American ally. Get the American audience on board. But
it's kind of like
not really necessary, is it?
Kind of sequel syndrome, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like he's trying to top Goldfinger by being longer and maybe bigger. They even include Aston Martin at the start, but he doesn't use it. Well, he uses it right at the start, but then he goes to use it again and he doesn't. Does he? In the car chase. But yeah, I don't know. It is good.
Domino's not the most amazing woman.
Yeah, and the fact is that by the time they get to the end, it seems quite rushed.
Yeah, they've got the fight underneath the water with the different people, haven't they?
Yeah, and there's no. Yeah, because the boat crashes and then that's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there's nothing with like Blofeld after being all pissed off or something.
Yeah, I guess that'll be a cool scene. But still, 8 out of 10, really worth watching. Really recommend watching it.
Connery's all in it, confident,
completely in it. Yeah.
Tiny, putting on a bit of weight though.
Tiny bit, yeah.
He's not very much. He's not as trim.
He's so trim in Dr. No.
Yeah.
not Connery. Whew, hot in here. So yeah, 8 out of 10. Yeah, worth watch. Definitely watch it. Go and watch it now. Go and watch it now. Actually, I'm just
watch it. Just Tom Jones is.
Oh yeah, and also actually something about the music. Really, really good music in this film.
Yeah.
But it's the first one they got this bit which is like do 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 do.
No, that's in From Russia with Love as well.
Is it?
Yeah, pretty sure it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Like when
but they use that in loads of them. They use it in Moonraker. I think it's coming back in Man the Golden Girl or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like do 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 do. Yeah, watch it. Look out for those bits. Great score. Really good score. Really great theme tune as well.
John Barry, isn't it?
John Barry.
I think it's John Barry. Better be now. Doesn't say.
It is John
Barry.
Barry.
It is. I'm just going to say
That's from some like YouTube. We're like, it's not John Barry.
Yeah.
If you do, go ahead.
John Barry.
That's our fans.
Yeah.
If you want to say that, we would apprate the feedback. Thank you very much.
Being ironic.
It's my ending interview link. Do a wink.